Welcome on back everyone to Warhammer 3 in part 4 of our legendary Kroq-Gar Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode, we're here back where we left off one turn later. I've moved Kroq-Gar on out of the settlement just to make sure the Rhino crashes, and we are good to go. So we have 2 settlements left over here that we know of for sure. Well, we guess we can go check, can't we? Oh, Skaven. Mordkin is down to just 2 settlements, and the lowly Skaven, probably one of the factions we just fought, and now they're just kind of wandering around until they are eliminated. It's just them. So Mordkin only has 2 settlements, and even Clan Scryer is being held only 2 settlements, although they are vastly more powerful. Alright, well that's good to see. Well, if there's any more trade agreements or anything we can get into just yet, Zlotlan does want us to confederate, but I think we don't want to do that until we are prepared for war with the likes of Zeech. But I think we will try, because Kroq-Gar could be a fun banana salon for us to use. We don't exactly know what kind of magic he is running, but I think the banana salon are usually fire and metal, but we'll see. I'm going to have Kroq-Gar go into an ambush stance, actually. You're going to run all the way to the edge. Looks like we've got some Savage Orcs on the edge, too. Alright, Knobnails. He's the boss here. I'm going to actually declare war on you. Boss. You want to fight? Good. So do we. My, glorious orc accent. Yeah, it's not a fun army for us to fight, but we absolutely can hold the line. We've got Amakanth, we've got Blessed Saurus Warriors, which, look at these stats. 53, 45. This is a tier 2 unit. Granted, they're blessed, but we're not going to worry about that at all. Cursed Jungle, I'm going to come on in and actually go for the glowing berry patches. Indeed. I think we'll also kick out the insect breeding farm for one of our other buildings we need for technology. So I'm thinking easiest is going to be probably the stone marker. Scrying Pool, I think, is a tier 3 large settlement, and this one we can build in any minor settlement, so I think that's going to be the call. For Rostral, then, we need him to start moving. We can't really afford too many more units right now, but next turn our income is going to be boosted up by 600. So let's have you go into Astromancy stance. We know exactly what's going on over here. Any units we can pull in real quickly that aren't just skinks? Looks like the answer to that one is a hefty no. We could just snag ourselves the cohort of Sotek, so let's do that next turn before we charge on into Sotek's trail, but we are going to absolutely start throwing hands with Zeech here. It looks like they have already dealt with our would-be elven allies. Teclis got rolled. That's horrifying. Plus, we need to do that before he's able to get the cooldown back on transfer settlements, otherwise he's just going to start snatching all the ones we have before he declares war. He's quite a clever beast. So that means what I want to do for the end of this turn is Double Avenue of Gold. We'll pop in the gold mine. Tier 3, and the Scrying Pool is also here in the Tier 3 settlement. Probably going to be best to put that up here in Teotihuacan, since it's not going to be as on the front lines. Alright, let's skip over our unassigned skill points. We still can't do the sacrifice to Jaka to give us even more growth, but what happens if I ignore your rules? Now, apparently the rules can't be ignored. Fair enough. We tried. You smell appealing. Hunger. No, Feskin does not smell appealing. He likes the dead way too much. I think Mordkin's the one that, after Nagash showed up, they had some weird proclivities afterwards. Your tough hide flesh no good for Skaven. Peace, yes. Guess we added an extra good there. He was extra on Warpstone. Nope. No peace, only the void. Oh, hello, Dim Suns. You walked right into our 100% ambush chance. How lovely. Kroq-Gar, do you already have magical attacks? Oh, you do not. Well, let's go ahead and change that. Alright, this is not going to be the easiest of battles because Savage Orcs are always quite brutal in a fight. Lots of physical resistance there, so if we could thankfully do a ton of damage per swing. It'll be a battle of the Crazies versus Predatory Instinct. We've also got Jolanka as a Storm, so that should be good fun. I actually haven't used this, so we'll see what this does together. Spawns 6 forward-moving areas of effect, strong versus multiple units, and good versus armor. And there's not much armor here, so hopefully it's good either way. To the field. Alright. Lovely ambush. I still wish we could perhaps change how ambushes work a little bit. I do like that the cavalry's in the very back, but when you're normally doing it, they put cavalry and then they tend to put the artillery even behind them, so they usually get slaughtered right off the bat. I wish you could kind of set up how you want your troops to be for the ambush, you just don't know where your enemies are. Let's go ahead and set our own lads up, though. Savage orcs are quite scary. They do have lots of cav here, and the poor boys are very mean. How much bonus v large do your biggins have? Only 5? I mean, that's still more than 0, but it's not that much either. Alright, so we'll have our spears charging through the forest to try to catch the groups. They want them to be fairly blobbed up, so it's hard for them to get taken out by rear charges by the several groups of cavalry here. We'll have Kroq-Gar on one side, even though he is on a horned one, we will still want him charging on out. On the Stegodon, stopping them from escaping, and then we're going to put the Old One Riders and the Amacanth in the trees back behind, ready to rush around and jump them. We put them on the other side, it's high likelihood that the Savage Orcs just send all their cavalry after them, and we would get overwhelmed pretty quickly there. We'll also have the Juradon in the center. We want a couple of big beasties to stop them from escaping, and then we'll have our Mace Saurus Warriors over here, ready to try to catch and blob up the enemy infantry. We'll have our Mage Priest with them, and then the other Mace Warriors ready to rush out and try to take down as many of these error boys as we can. Grab our big lads and the heroes. All of our infantry will have the Cherubins and the cohort be in guard mode. And then the Beast in the Woods. Alright. Let's grab our units here. Oh, we didn't get everyone over here. Good grief, that could have been bad. Javelins will set up. The cav don't tend to try to rush into the woods even if they have advantage, so we'll put the javelins here, try to chuck some spears in and get as much damage on these savage orcs as we can. But right now, we shall let it begin. Slay them. The Juradon straight in, and javelins, let's start chucking those here. Start moving everyone else forward. We'll have the Amacanth come on over and maul these orcs. About to have the worst day possible. Trees are a little bit on our way here, but alright, Mace Warriors, you rush on out, start clobbering. Oh, they're trying to escape. Interesting. Look at them run. Cowards. It's in between a rock and a hard place there. Cherubins get on in. Actually, we'll have our Mace boys get on and start clobbering the War boys then. Form of Jolanka, let's see what it does. It looks like it is a breath spell, so let's do some breathing. The tornadoes of and they're launched. Oh no, we might not get very many at all. I mean, they're blending right through those lines. Let's get some nice wind blasts. This should hit all of the Savage Orc boys there. Amacanth aren't doing anything, send them on forward. Here's you two. Looks like we can get our Stegodon turned back around too. One of the fixes for update, or I guess hotfix, at 5.1.1 was that the armor piercing values for the Stegodon were flipped. So armor piercing was only around 120, where the normal damage was much higher. So they've got that flip now, so they should be doing a good heap more piercing damage. Very good. Keeping these Savage Orc War boys locked in is not super easy. All of his infantry are fleeing though, so that's very interesting. They did not stay to help their boys at all. Wind Blast. Very effective against the Savage Orcs. Turn around and chop them up. It's mostly just Savage Orc errors running for their lives. Alright, Juradon, we'll have you come on up, keep us smashing through these enemy archers. I don't think they have too much more fight in them, as all of their infantry run for the hills. Pock these boys straight out of existence. It's still a proper fight, though. That Major's just about the only infantry that can probably give Saurus a run for the money this early on in the game. The Chaos Warriors are pretty good too, but I don't know that you get them in the first couple turns like this. Commicanther's so awesome. That charge bonus is glorious. Whatever unit this is, the Biggins were still fighting for a moment. Let's do a nice rear charge because they got some good damage on our spears. And by good damage, I guess I mean 1 kill. Base boys, you keep chasing these air boys. We'll have Kroq-Gar going after the now fleeing Biggins. Speed this battle up a little bit. As that is the win. Glorious. I've got lots of orcs to run on down here. I'll catch you all back at the campaign map. Alright, decisive victory, and I guess those medium casualties were for the enemy, because I guess they only took medium because all of their infantry ran for the hills. We will go ahead and exterminate, I believe. Extra experience sounds amazing. He did just hit the threshold up to tier 11. I will take the gold. Tomb robbers. Olgar Kazlane. Thieves. They desecrate in pursuit of profit. Oh, what is this? This is looking an army I want to fight. If their endeavor is allowed to prove fruitful, surely word would spread throughout the city taverns of the world, and more will follow them. Will the expedition risk itself to drive them off or avoid them? I mean, they've got units of man-eaters here. Sartosa Free Company's not that scary, actually. No, we've got this. We've got a Behalus and we've got a Quaddle, and this is I believe this is our Blessed by Huan Chi. Yes, the Jaguar God is here with this group, so they're going to be completely invisible and have devastating flanker. Like Slanesh Supreme, we shall intervene and get ourselves a new Skink Chief. It looks like he is also upon a Pterodon. Glorious. Where's my Skink Chief? Excuse me. I was lied to. Either way, we've got ourselves an opportunity to intercept, so we'll take this battle. Man-eaters with great weapons are quite scary. 54 speed, what is that compared to our... So they can catch our chameleons. And that's probably an issue. Luckily, we have this Behalus, which despises man-eaters. To the field. Right, we've got ourselves a new, well, there's a couple new units in here in this this army. We've got our Red Crest and the Behalus, which is like a mole unicorn of doom. I don't know what creature this is modeled off of, but if they had these back in the old Dino days, during any of the Cretaceous, Jurassic, any of the periods there, no thanks. We're very glad they're gone now. I would have sent the meteor myself. Alright, so we've got our invisible lads. We have our beautiful desert backdrop. Why don't we need to fight over here then? Alright, Saurus, you will post up. Probably set up so we can actually take this kind of dune here and kind of high ground. We've got our Quaddle, which everything is invisible here. So this is going to be great. Our Quaddle also should have the Immortus engine effect, correct? I mean, we already could give all our units stock with our Quaddle, but now they're extra sneaky. I'm not seeing... Oh, there it is. Defender of the Sacred Sites. Direct damage and missile block chance minus 25. Glorious. Alright, Sneaky Pterodon. I'm gonna have you trying to come in from over here to try to hunt down... Well, we do need to probably keep all our lads together, as I say it. Red Crest behind the spears. And then Chameleon shock infantry over here. The other Chameleon stalkers kind of out front, giving themselves a little bit of distance. We'll let our Lord roll with them. Pterosaurs, the Behalus. All of our invisible units are just glorious, so we'll grab all of our Singulities, infantry. And for you guys, no reason for you to be on guard mode, you are the Red Crests. skirmishers and cav. I guess we can be all together. Great, I am going to put these guys on... No, skirmish mode is bad. They don't have quite enough range to make skirmish mode useful. Alright. Time to let them know where at least our Pterodon Rider is. I'll have the Behelus kind of hunting down these man-eaters. Look how fast it moves. What kind of stat line do you have? 75 speed, way more defense than attack, but a lot of armor piercing, and 30 bonus large. Sounds good to me. Scouting out our units. Trying to figure out where everyone's hiding. Sartosa Militia have found our Lord at the very least, so we can go ahead and chuck Jolonka's Storm through here. Pull you a little way. We need to keep rotating so we're not getting run over by these ogres. Hey, Luce, you come with. Keep our skinks a-moving. You free, just keep coming on back. We want to be just barely up in range. Ooh, the Quaddle's gonna get blasted. Luckily, I don't think it cares that much about your enemy missiles. Keep falling back. Let the Stalkers come round. Behelus, you go ahead and charge these man-eaters. A lot of pistols. Alright, Spears, you get in there and try to catch these pistoliers. Waddle, you come back around and do the same. We'll have the Parasaurs circling. Behelus get jumped. Skink skirmishers in there. Behelus can't really do much. We gotta keep it here and fighting. Go rush the Sartosan Free Company. Alright, Waddle, let's get in here on these next group of infantry. Kill the handgunners with the lightning. Our own Saurus aren't going to enjoy it that much. These handgunners here. Glorious job, Parasaurs. Come on in here on these Rangers. Spears aren't doing anything. Let's go ahead and hunt down Pistoliers that are trying to run through our lines. Man-eaters are dealt with, so we'll have you come in after the Lord. I mean, our own Lord is very good at fighting. Perfect. We're dropping the minor Uranus Thunderbolt where we can. I guess we don't really need it. My casting is a little bit slow here, and then we still managed to pull off a good win. We have lots of interlopers to hunt down. These poor poachers. Learn the hard way. Alright, that is a Master Engineer dealt with. Pretty scary force, but ours is much scarier. Golden Sword almost going to the Quaddle, but actually the Parasaur Riders gain it. Those bolas they chuck are horrifyingly effective. They're very accurate and do lots of damage. We're going to go ahead and give us the extra gold. Further boost along our construction efforts. Valon has another Toad. I mean, we could too, but we just definitely couldn't afford it. A hibernation attendant is vital to ensure the master is kept cool and moist until his time of wakening. Moist indeed is how they get extra powerful. Alright, let's hear Secrets of the Saurus, and now one of our heroes has won 10 battles, 1,000 more treasury, and a Helm of Discord. Rite of Awakening is ready to be performed again, so we'll go ahead and perform it set right. And we will immediately get ourselves a mage of... Hello? It's a mage of nothing. We needed to kill 500 enemies for the Burning Skies of Inimex, which must have just kicked off this turn. I'm not sure. I don't remember having this mission, but we're successful, giving us 3 Blessed Saurus warriors with shields. You got a bunch of events all kicking off all at the same time. Alright, so we'll go for, this time, a Priest of Life. For the healing. It did issue it this turn, and we slayed them at that exact turn from all of those Savage Orcs. Perfect. The old one, who even the Slawn of the second generation dare not name aloud, is angry. The skies burn with his wrath, and he must be appeased quickly. And in doing so, he may issue a sacred spawning, whose reptiles will be special indeed. It'd be great if they had flaming weapons to kind of match the event there. That'd be awesome. Alright, well, Kroq-Gar, we've got 460 more gold to roll with. And I think it's about time to be at war with Tzeentch, too. Who all else is? Tic-Tac-Toe, you've got the most gold. I will join your war with the Oracles, and you will give me a non-aggression pact. That'll work. And whatever gold you're willing to have. We are of one mind. And this is quite spooky. Our first enemy that I'm actually kind of scared of. We'll see what they've managed to recruit. Alright, Rostral, you are charging now on... Oh, you can't even make it to Sotek's trail. Mistakes were made. Well, that's not great. I guess we'll move you to here. Can we raid in their territory? Nope, we don't even have the... Oh, I guess they can't raid as the Lizardmen. That's fine. We'll simply go for Astromancy. And now be punished for our mistake. Lovely. Are here at the Temple Avenue. We cannot even go for the Mystic Barriers until Tier 3. That is concerning. Undergrowth is not nearly punishing enough. Okay. An old one monument for more control. I don't think any of these guys give us more garrison. Skink Chulchin Riders. Also, we've got two separate forms of the Chulkins. Chulchin Riders. So we get these through both the Lustria Rises mod and through our... We'll just pull it up. Over here. As our Ancient War Beasts. And as the Chulchin Riders there. They don't look like they're nearly as elite as the ones through Lustria Rises, so we'll have to try both of them out. Alright, Cursed Jungle. We definitely are going to pop in the Stone Marker. Take 2 turns. Kroq-Gar, you are all replenished up. Go for the Ancient Scar Leader. He is the Scar Leader, the eldest of Saurus, and the foremost general of the Children of the Old Ones. 5% more health, 15 armor, 8 attack, and now he's immune to contact effects. Surround and Annihilate. Gives him Devastating Flanker. Cold Blood Ascendance. Hero capacity for Scarvets, more recruit rank for Scarvets, and Ward save too. Tuned to the Beast and Dominion of Hunters. Frenzy for all cold ones. Does this affect any of the units we have in our army besides the Spear Riders at the moment? Doesn't look like Omnicanth actually are counted as cold ones. Interestingly enough. Alright, well, is that for just the cold ones? Yeah, so we'll come on back over to Surround and Annihilate, since they are likely to be using the tunneling and world routes to try to get past us. Ourselves more charge bonus during ambushes too, which is not quite as useful. A better chance to catch them trying to sneak through the paths is awesome. Also going to start dropping giant rocks on people's heads because... Hello. Passionate. Indeed. Passionate and subtle. I think so. We're very close to getting the Pathwaver, which will give us a chance to double move. Alright, Kroq-Gar. Can't hatch any eggs just yet, but we could give you some more Blessed Saurus Warriors. We could afford 2 more of these guys. I think we'll probably need them down south more, though. So we'll have you slip into ambush once more. You come to the crossroads here. We can't catch anyone, so it's going to be seeing what they do after here. If they can jump through the underways and dodge us, we won't have much choice but to turn around and stop them. So yeah, we will go ahead and summon him in some of these Blessed Saurus, but next turns we're not paying for them right now. Take Teotihuacan up to the Temple Precinct. And Caverns of Sotek, I still think we need to kind of sacrifice, so let's go for... Aquatic animals produced, or just more control here. Our control is terrible. Yes, we'll go for more control, which will unlock us another research here soon. I won't upgrade the Caverns of Sotek because I'm sure we're about to get attacked from there. No more trades. Lotlon's no longer willing to confederate, which means they've got their army built back up, which I don't mind at all. We can't really afford the Confederation or the penalties from it either way. Melee strength while attacking. Upkeep production for millions. Oh, go ahead and save those captives too. Skip on through here, and that will be our turn. So sad we have to end a turn without using any technology. Alright, we managed to ambush, looks like the leader of Mordkin. We could probably just give this one to the auto-resolve. See you later, rats. And there's a few, mostly to our unarmored Saurus and our Cherubins. We can just go ahead and kill and eat this group for a nice chunk of our punishment. Alright, expedition complete, so we've got 4 Colchins and 1 set of Colchin riders.
Lord Mazdamundi communes, my lord, yet his words are greatly weakened at this distance. The geomantic web, the fundamental power network of your cold-blooded kind, must be accessed directly if his message is to be determined. See that it is done.
Thank you, Dodgy Johan. I appreciate it. When a summons comes from Mazdamundi, the oldest and most powerful of all living mage priests, even mighty Kroq-Gar is duty-bound to answer. The ruler of Hexawatl lately questions the ancient Saurus' adherence to the Great Plan, and demands a brutal demonstration of loyalty. Warm-blooded elves infect Lustria, and even now interfere with the fallen gates, stellar portal of the Old Ones. Who knows what blasphemes their witless tinkering might summon forth? The trespassing Asur must be met with claw and fang, and Kroq-Gar must faithfully serve Mazdamundi's singular interpretation of the Great Plan. Lesser beings deserve only extermination. Mazdamundi's not very nice, is he? 5,000 more treasury, replenishment, and we'll gain the Hand of Gods, which is going to be bolts of cleansing energy fly from the spellcaster's hands, searing evil wherever they strike. The Hand of Gods has been changed just a bit, so it's no longer magical missiles, unless it has been changed back. From the Lustria Rises, it says this is more of a stellar engine laser beam from the sky, so we'll see. Gives you more armor-piercing weapon damage, more melee defense, more attack, and a lot more post-battle loot. We can probably win this battle, but I'm not going to teleport just yet. Sky Cohort and Wardens of the Living Pools also now have a new Ode Mage. We attack Knobnails here, we can likely draw them all out of the Temple of Skulls. There is also a high probability that there's a Skaven. We have no clue where the Skaven, that last general, ran off to. He may go after the Cursed Jungle. They tend to avoid combat at all costs. Either way here, we're likely to get someone sneaking around behind. We'll go ahead and snag Attune to the Beast to give our pretty much all of our big beasts more melee defense, armor, and missile resistance, especially when fighting against Skaven. Very useful. We'll do magical reserves or just another point into scouting here for you. Jaqua, we definitely need Enforce Order. Doclex, you just completed your expedition, so we'll give you Trusted, so we can see out with more budget. Indeed. Right, more convoys it is. So, Boxa, let's get on in there. Where have you not gone? So... okay, so we've only been to these 3. Where is the... there we go. So we're looking for the Jungles of Xi'an, the Tower of the Sun, and the Lost Plateau. We already have been to the Dragon... no, we haven't. Interesting. So they require different things. Alright. Well, the Lost Plateau... really, the Great Big T-Rex is not my most exciting that I'm looking for here. Herd Extraction. Oh, that's a higher tier. Interesting. So yeah, you don't get to do the Herd Extraction events or expeditions until you get your expedition chiefs up into a much higher level. Parasaur Riders are pretty good, and we could possibly get a Mantiquita Rider. Which, from my own testing, actually don't perform that well, but they look amazing. Let's grab ourselves some... we'll go for the Lost Plateau here. Get ourselves some more Ceropods. Dispatch. Our goal for this expedition is going to be more egg collection, because you can never have too many dinos. Our Colchin Riders are not really going to be buffed up by any of the abilities we have here. They are very much a base tier. Okay, so we won't really necessarily bring them in on Kroq-Gar. What else we could possibly use before we charge on in? We may just grab one more unit of Blessed Warriors. Combat focus mission done. And now let's go ahead and move on. We'll take down Knob Nails of the Temple of Skulls for a proper large battle. Hopefully they all decide to work together. Ooh, that's the way. A plague priest comes on out named Morphin-Rot. That'd be proper rot. How is our map? Looks like there's a great big hill in the center. Alright, well, whoever takes the hill wins. To the field. Alright, so now we can actually get a proper Gnoll army in deployment for the first time in a little bit. Some Cherubins up front. Being our proper tank. We'll have the Blessed Warriors lined up behind. And on either side of them. Back just a little bit. Put Javelin Warriors in on either side here. These guys are going to be the first ones to get replaced, likely. Good stuff. And then Spear Warriors a little bit further back, but also on those flanks. Kroq-Gar Mundi. I want to give just enough space that I can turn the Javelins if I wish, and just start throwing those into any that decide to engage our spears. Love the Duradon here, the Stegodon on the other side. Kroq-Gar up front, try to lure in any unsuspecting enemies, and then our two Enormosaurus warriors behind. Increase still on the grounds, we'll kind of have him intermingled with our Saurus, that way he's good and safe. Amacanth behind our line. And then Spear Riders also in the center. Acting like they are leading the Amacanth. Alright, infantry. Cherubins and Javelins, and the Spears in guard mode. Put the Guardy Boys all together. And then our War Beasts and Cav. Let's do it. We do still want to take the hill, so that's our initial plan here. Have our Spear Riders and everything kind of walk, no reason for them to be rushing. Kroq-Gar does what he wants, though. With the extra benefits of being him. Stegodon's putting in the work. All of its many walks has this boy who's got quite the dump truck. Extremely vigorous. And he's gonna hide back and wait for the Skaven to come on in, which is very fair. Strength in numbers. We'll just go ahead and take the hill then. Make sure the enemy's trying to be forced to go around this pyramid. Thinking about here. Kroq-Gar, let's see if we can't lure in the enemy, Lord. Our Cherubins are mad. So Rampage kicks in at 75% health and also 25. So we'll need to bring the Cherubins back up as soon as they're done with their tantrum. I'm gonna save my Storm of Sri Lanka for the reinforcing Mordkin. We can get a lot of these Saboteurs all at the same time. Let's charge into the center here and see if we can force them to blob up. Charge in here. Let's come immediately after this group. Yeah, so that's right, Orcs. God. It's not doing as much damage as I initially would have hoped, but it's still, they're all blobbed up. Our boys are finally getting into line here now. As soon as the Cherubins do make it, we need to come forward to help out. Wind Blast is all we really need, but can you drop a meteor on them? Kroq-Gar broke away just fine. unit should hopefully give chase. We can just wind blast all over these poor Savage Orcs. Keep them round up. Drop wind blast. Right on through this group. The other ones are... He decided to charge our priest down. Alright, here comes the Skaven. You didn't bring enough men. Alright, turtles, where are you guys at? Hurry it up. Yeah, come. Skaven and the orcs. Alright, they're nearly in position. We can just send the Stegodon forward to start breaking fools. Same thing with the Druidon. In fact, I'll have them switch places. Kroq-Gar, come on, buddy. Stegodon should blast a nice gap for him. If not, we can just keep wind blasting through all these orcs. Stegodon, you come back around. Amakanth, get ready to rush the woods. Javelin's ready to help. Spear Riders, you coming around as well. Pretty much just keep blasting through these groups of Savage Orcs. We'll have you guys withdraw into your shell. Priest, come on back as well. Druidon, we'll have you smashing through these groups of Savage Orcs. The Savage Orcs decided that that was a dangerous place for them to be. Silly is so tech. They're withdrawn into their shell, perfect. Start dropping the wind blast. Alright, Amakanth, you get in there and get them. We'll send this other group of Amakanth round to go after these Night Runners. Chop them up. Kroq-Gar, you come around. Cherepins are taking quite a bit of damage. Go ahead and give them a little bit more melee defense. Wind blast through all of these Savage Orcs. Meteorite on this big group of clowns. And get in there and help out your Spear Riders. Meteorite smashes into the woods. Love to see it. I can't fall back just a bit. Those are Storm Vermin with Halberds. Not a lot of fun for anyone to fight. Having a Life Mage would be really, really great for this group. Drop some lightning in there. Mace Boys, we need you wherever we can. Here comes that Plague Priest. Let me turn around and start bullying Knobnails, although just charging through the line is also pretty effective there for us. We draw their units through too. Several of our Mace Boys aren't fighting. Let's change that immediately. Yeah, we're having a little bit of trouble getting in there. Go for another set of Wind Blast. Drop a meteor in this back line. So many rats. Try to pull them away from the Spear Riders. You go around and we'll have the Amakanth just kind of rush through into the Night Runners. Alright, we should be getting the mass route quite soon. Amakanth, let's have you run down these Night Runners. Catch that enemy lord. Alright, Cherepins, we'll let you start attacking too now. 20% more physical resistance is not necessarily worth not striking back. Wind Blast, hopefully bounce it off the pyramid there. Nice. Alright, Amakanth, they're starting to take a good bit of damage. Charge the Spear Riders back in. Stop the Amakanth from rampaging. Bring them in on these clan rats. Glorious stuff, they flee before us. Do have these Savage Orc arrows for me, that way they are gone. Modlist. Fuck. I can definitely be the next, the voice actor for Thesaurus. Balk like a champion. Yeah, that's that group. Getting those blast them on their little ratty butts, and they decide fighting is not for them. Is there actually a lord? Oh yeah, there was a plague priest in there. I kind of thought this was knocks over some more of our skinks, about the only units that are weak to plague. Oh, he's gone. A few more strikes and that lord is done. We've got a couple of the orcs that keep coming on back for more. Too close to our guys, though, they immediately get scared. These Saurus are getting a little bit overextended. We'll just have the Stegodon keep doing its thing. Land rats are gone. Keep moving through. Plague Priest is gone. I'm not going to actually make sure he completely dies. That way, if we need to fight that battle, taking him out will be nice and easy. Have an Yamakanth on the side still. I want to run down these Night Runners. Worm Vermin. Oh, they were actually somehow braced up still. Mordkin proving quite tenacious. That tenacity wasted. Definitely want to make sure these Halberdier troops are gone, because that'll be a pretty big weight for them in the auto-resolve. Perfect, we did choose incorrectly, though, with where the enemy lord is. That means we are likely going to get attacked now unless we move very quickly. Alright, another victory for Kroq-Gar, only 94 fall in the fighting. That's probably mostly due to that Plague Priest. We will go ahead and... I think we'll take the replenishment. Too useful to not have. Oh no, Clan Mordkin was discovered hiding in the ruins. We've got the Legion of Chakwa now. Ignominious defeat at Perdiferous Skaven hands has only strengthened an already steely resolve of Chakwa's surviving Saurus. Perfidious. We're gonna begin to fight Knobnails again, perfect. We'll go for the Cold-Blooded Ascendants now, giving our Scarvets and other Old Blood Lords some more ward save. Helm of Discord, I think, is a little bit better. We'll go ahead and switch that on over. Hibernation Attendant makes our army have more replenishment, but if it works for our Orb Keeper, then I'll keep it over there. Rostral, we'll go ahead and give you the Shield of the Mirrored Pool. I guess our Skink Chief here can have a Scroll of Leeching. Not the best, but if it zaps the Winds of Magic away from their Plague Priest, that works for me. Oh, decisive win. Gleaming Pendant isn't super useful here. We'll go ahead and give it over to the Yamakanth, though, so hopefully they lose less. And glorious. Decisive win. Our Duradon's now rank 6, which means we can upgrade it with the C-Beam engine. Let's see if we can even afford it, though. So we need to... I think we needed to sack this settlement for one of our missions, but I'm not going to. We're just going to occupy it. Yeah, 1,200 there. Would have been a good influx of gold, but I want Temple Skulls as high tier as we can. Already got an Underground Lagoon, which is perfect, and a Skink Barrios for some more gold. The gold is nice. Tablet of Crafts. Alright, cool. Let's grab this Mystic Fern Grove, and hopefully we don't have a Skaven invasion of the Cursed Jungle too fast. Roster, all time for you to now move in on Sotek's Trail, which is going up to tier 2. We could wait for them to upgrade it, but I'm not going to at all. Mine. We can take back what's ours. Taking off 115 kills, and we're just gonna go ahead and occupy. Always was ours. Alright, Jungle of the Gods back under our control, so we'll go ahead and pop in the alignment of... or the alignment of crafting for that growth. We are likely to have a rebellion in the next turn, but even there at Teotihuacan, I think we can easily handle it. Oh no, it's going to be the Temple Avenue of Gold, is it? That one might be a little bit spooky. We will see. Go ahead and upgrade Sotek's Trail to a Holy Ziggurat. Golden Tower too, so we can get some walls in. Sounds good to me. Let's see about upgrading our Duradon. So a C-Beam engine Duradon costs a lot more, which would make sense. It no longer rampages, though, has a bit more leadership, And then the Beam of Chotek. Get upgraded. Glorious. Oh, I cannot wait. 1.7 thousand missile strength? Oh, this is the one that is the repeater. Or Juradon has the repeater round. 8 shots per volley. Oh, I can't wait. Alright, so we can come on in and grab a Headhunter now. Activated ability that drops a Lord of Heroes attack and defense by a huge margin. Woe be our enemies. Still no flyers we're dealing with just yet, so let's go for magical reserves. Make sure we have plenty of winds of magic. Force Old Blood, let's go ahead and give you Route Marcher, and then also Iron Disciplinarians. We'll try to fix up the control in our provinces. And Web, as far as our sacrifices. Sacrifice to Zunki. That's a lot of extra speed. Less cooldown for Cold-Blooded, more leadership and immune to psychology while defending, and then ward save will fight against the undeads and demons. Sacrifice to Potek seems awesome. Lasts for 6 turns. We have no clue where the Tzeentch demons are coming from. Yeah, so let's go for our sacrifice to Potek. Drop our corruption and give us anything we can help it with control. Not for a few turns. 500 sacrifices on the pyre. Oh, glorious. So we can do no more rights at the moment because we are strictly out of gold. Alright then. Could hatch some eggs. I do not really want to use the Colchin Riders with Kroq-Gar. I want that to be with a proper Skink army, so it's all themed up as it should be. Let's go ahead and wait for a few turns. Some Clever Girls sound awesome, but I'm not going to recruit them through Global. It's too expensive. What if Crafts gives us more trade resources? Sounds good. Seek of the Artisan for more income from industry, and then construction cost reduction and time reduction for resource producing buildings. Sounds good for the long run. Let's end the turn. See how good old Tzeentch responds. We've got now some more lost workers. We get some scribes, artisans, which is javelin cohort, or Kroq-Gar. Quite like the idea of having 2 Kroq-Gar, so let's rescue some more laborers. Got a rebellion now. Also, that's the new army. I saw the little red flag pop up. Ah, yes. You're back, are you? Not for long. Rawstraw, we'll go ahead and give you a blessed spawning of a couple of Mace Saurus. Start moving. Might even just put you in March. There's no way Siedlet is going to have enough units to take you down. Also kind of want to hatch some more eggs, so we can go for maybe the normal Colchins. Try those guys on out. Let's go in March. With this army, we are not concerned. Try to make sure we catch them, though, when they try to escape. Grab training for our Scarvet. And come on back up north. I see no Skaven here, which is very lucky for us, so let's... Temple of Skulls goes to here. We shall drop into an ambush, 100% success rate. And try to catch the Skaven. Likely they're going to teleport through the ground, but hopefully we can catch them. Teleporting Skaven. You're not fighting anyone. Zlanwapek is fighting the Awaken, which we already are as well. Yeah, so no trade. Not yet. Oh, we can confederate Zlanwapek, huh? Looks like they're getting obliterated by Bretonnia and the undead. That's not my job. Gorok is in charge of protecting Lustria. We're here to exterminate Warmbloods. Alright, so now some more Asur Trespassers. Oh, a much scarier group, too. I mean, even with this, we do still have 2 Ancient Salamanders and a heap of units who can just run away and keep blasting them with blow darts, so we will absolutely intervene. Close victory with medium casualties, but we'll go ahead and give this... Oh, it's an ambush. Perfect. We'll give this one the auto-resolve. Nice. Didn't go super well for us, but we'll take the replenishment. We may have to not intervene next time. Either way there, Boxo. Let's go ahead and give you Pathweaver for a chance of double move. And then Animal Wrangler, so next time you go out on an expedition, you can get Herd Extraction. Or we just need more replenishment. Go replenishment first, and then come up to Animal Wrangler. Straw is now a Constructor. We've got a new Prize Hunter as well. We can give that one down to this Lord. Steal your Prize Hunter. Steal this Gleaming Pendant. And probably the Lichbone one as well. That way you've got a couple of nice items. With this slaughterous battle against the Skaven here. Decisive win, even though this is a Ruin Priest, so I am absolutely not fighting this one. You magical attacks give you the banner of leadership, and just stomp them out. Or Chulkins did not, or Chulkins didn't do very well at all. Let's finish on up. Post up here in the Temple Avenue. And let's see here with Kroq-Gar. Let's stamp out the last of Skaven on our coastline. Let Thrin first if you all want to stay in and fight. Nope. Well, that means we have to deal with him later. Oh, hello, Rattling Guns. How did you guys recruit these? Alright, we definitely need more charge bonus somewhere. Let's give that to you, and we'll give the Wayfarer's banner over to our C-Beam engine. That way we're not getting it utterly annihilated. That is a lot of Rattling Guns. Oh, how the tides have turned. Beautiful. We'll have ourselves a proper fight against Mordkin here in the next episode. For now, I'm out of time for today. Thank you all so much for coming by today's modded Kroq-Gar campaign. If you enjoyed the video, then leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub throne. See you on the next one.